All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, if I come here to share an experience, it's because I've seen or have heard someone go for a visa interview with a similar experience and they share with me. So, I come out here and then, share with you. So, today's video is going to be in two sections. The first one is answering the most popular question, which is, can you self sponsor yourself when you come and study here? Maybe you have an investment made, you've saved up money for the past 2 years, and you don't want to come and, pay for your fees with it over here. How are you going to explain yourself at the interview? And the second part is, if you are going for your interview with an Empower loan, how you would be able to convince the visa officer. And the third thing, which is like a bonus, is how you can pair the Empower loans with your self-study. So without further ado, let's just jump right into today's video. Anyway, so I'm going to speak on a podcast. That is why I have this turtleneck with this suit. So that I'm going to be like a businessman and, I understand. Anyways, all right. So one thing that you should know is, if you are going to self-sponsor as an international student, these visa officers have this impression that the money is going to stop coming. Let me put it this way: you live in Ghana, because I'm from Ghana. You live in Ghana, every month you are making this amount of money, you are saving this amount of money. The moment you leave Ghana, that income stops, or that flow of income stops, because you've left the country. So if you tell them first off that you are come to pay your entire fees with this money, it doesn't make sense. So the best thing that you can say is, you are going to pay for the first year or first 1.5 years, but mostly first year is perfect. They only want to see the first year. You're going to pay for the first year with that investment that you've made, with that savings that you have, and the subsequent years is where the sponsor comes in. So if you are going with a personal investment or your personal savings, always have a sponsor as a backup. So you can use an auntie as a sponsor, you can use an uncle as a sponsor, or most importantly, you can use the Empower loans as a sponsor. So you start by saying that the first year investment, the first year savings, the first year fees is going to be paid by the savings or the investment you've made in the past 3 years, in the past 2 years, and the subsequent years, which is like the most important thing. They want to know how you'll be paying for the subsequent years is going to be covered by Empower loans or my auntie. But then the good thing is, if you've been offered some amount of scholarship, you can say something like, you have been offered a scholarship that is going to cover for the first year, and the investments that you have is going to cover for the subsequent years. Or you can flip it by saying that the scholarship is going to cover the subsequent years, and you would be paying for the first year with your investment. Maybe you are coming with a graduate or a master's. You can say that you would be given a TA position, a teaching assistant position, which is going to pay for the subsequent years. It's a guaranteed position if the school says it is guaranteed. And then the first year's savings, or the savings for the first year, it's going to pay, the savings you have is going to pay for the first years. Now, the second thing is the Empower loans being a subsequent fee paying option. Most people make this mistake by telling the visa officers that they plan to pay the fees after they graduate. Now, it's a huge red flag, because these visa officers think you want to stay, work, and pay the money. But that is not the goal. The goal is to show them that you would come back home and then pay the loan. So what you're going to do is, you don't use yourself as the one who took the Empower loan. So always say that your sponsor took the Empower loan for you. So your sponsor got you an Empower loan. Your sponsor is the one paying for the Empower loan, not you. If you say you, they know you want to stay and then pay the money and all that. So your sponsor has secured an Empower loan of $50,000, $40,000, which would be disbursed after 1 year. So your first year fees is going to pay it. Your sponsor is going to pay for the subsequent years. If you don't have your self-sponsor, you can always say that your sponsor is paying for the first year and the Empower loan is paying for the subsequent years. That would be a very brilliant way. That way, they know that you don't have any plan on staying. It's your sponsor who has secured the loan to, pay for your fees. I need to run and leave, but then one of the best way, I need to run and leave, but yeah. You understand? So one of the easiest way to use this Empower option is by saying that your sponsor has secured it. You can also say something like, you chose to use the Empower even though you have the money, is because the reason why you chose. You can also say you chose the Empower because it's a very strategic way to pay for your fees without touching your personal savings. So instead of you saying that, oh, I want to use my personal savings to pay, the Empower is actually paying, and then my personal savings is acting as a backup. This video is going to be very short. It's already 4 minutes 44 seconds into it, or 3 minutes or whatever, but I hope this video was very helpful. I just wanted to come on here and help you. And also, you can click the link in my description to get a free copy of my visa question prep. I need to update it for you guys, so you can just go to the description, click it, and then download the free ebook. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.